Alright, fellas. So, new patch, new day. Um, Interesting patch overall. Fighter PDR goes up to, well, 75% now with defense mastery. The gotta update to spell reflection. It's whatever. Barbarian, Iron Will lets them hit 75% MDR, whatever. Rogues, 2 stacks of hide. Interesting. I want to see how that plays out. Hide mastery duration lowered. Poison weapon, healing reduction increased from 10% to 15 per stack. So 75%, 5 stacks. Pretty neat, pretty cool. Backstep Ranger cooldown increase. Druid Panther form, health penalty. Big dub for Panther players. They're actually going to be able to take fights now. Druid's bear form, action speed penalty reduced, alright, from 30% to 25%. So huge. We can swing fast now as a bear. Tree of Life now heals people on top of, giving people 5 all. As we can see right here. Heals as much as a Nace's Touch, pretty much. That's it. Nothing too big, but, it's a nice change. It's better than what it was before, which was nothing. So that's a W. And then a bunch of items have gain stats and decrease in stats. And I'll go over what I've found out so far by scrolling the market. So spears have gained damage. Alright, so my legendary spear, where do we have it? Right here. This used to be 46 damage. It's 47 now. Alright, and then another one curious thing I've found is action speed rolls. On one-handed weapons, the new minimum action speed roll now is 1%. Interesting. And that doesn't just extend to just the daggers and one-handed weapons, it goes to every weapon. Like any weapon with action speed has just increased in action speed roll. That goes also for the rings. The new bottom roll for rings now is 1%. 1% action speed. Interesting. So everyone's just going to swing faster now. But I mean, that's the bottom roll, so we don't actually know how high it can go. I don't know how high it can go. The pendants can now, I think, only roll up to, at bottom, 1.5%. So, yeah, also don't know what the new cap is. What else? The Grim Smiles have lost 1 vigor, so a tiny bit of a health nerf. What else? Spell books have lost damage, 1 damage on each tier, and that goes for the crystal ball as well. That purple used to be 6, it's 5 now. Like, alright. The legendary crystal ball has also lost 1 additional weapon damage on top of that. It used to have 3, plus 3 damage on legendary, but it's plus 2 now. Ceremonial staff has gotten a huge buff. Legendary used to give you 6 magic heal before. Now it's 8. Yep, you heard that right. So ceremonial staff, pretty big. The unique one has plus 9. Yeah, so far that's pretty much all that I know. It's pretty neat. A lot of weapons have gained damage, and some have lost damage, like the Bardiche, the double axe. I think the halberd got nerfed. A bunch of weapons lost damage, but a few of them gained some damage, which I don't mind at all. But yeah, I think the stiletto. I think the stiletto gained damage. Let's see here. 24. Yeah, I think it used to be 27. It's 28 now. Cool. Very interesting. Another change as well that I've noticed is the PDR. So they're kind of like curved, like the PDR curve is different now. So you get way more PDR on the lower end. And that means if you have, well, yeah, if you have less PDR before, you're gonna have more now, which is pretty cool. So for example, I have this PDR set that I have right here. This used to be 34% PDR, all right? And take a look at this. I have 40% now. I gained 6% PDR over this patch. So this is like an unintended buff to Bear Druid because now, well, it's easier for us to reach PDR cap. And I'm not even wearing PDR gear. Like I'm wearing cloth pants with armor on. God's sakes, you know? And I don't even have armor rolls on everything. So PDR bear, very up. And I have a few sets I'm definitely going to run and see how it plays out. Honestly, with the 5% faster action speed on the bear swing, it might be good. It might be good. Um, we'll see. We'll see. And then as for Panther, gaining 10% more max HP. You know what? That just brought that class back. And if you think about like the PDR curve, benefits Druid immensely. I mean, benefits everybody, but for Panther Druid, especially Panther and Bear Druid, because for Panther you're less squished now overall. If you're hanging around like 25, 20% PDR, you're gonna be gaining like 7 to 8% on average. So you're just tankier overall, on top of the HP that you just received. Um, Same thing with Bear Druid. You have more PDR now overall, so when you turn to a bear, you're gonna like you get half of what you have in human form. So I'm gonna be at 60 point whatever percent basically. So yeah, 60%, which is huge. Like we're just tankier. Like, oh wow, huge. So is all of my builds that I've made like these still playable? Yeah, they just got better. That's it. All of my like standard like shank stab healer loadout still works. My support healer loadouts still works just fine. Nothing's changed about them. I can show you guys how the non-PDR set looks like. You put this back. Okay, so let's say this set. No armor rolls on it. I used to be sitting at 25% physical damage reduction. 25 to now 32. Gain PDR. Gain a shit ton of PDR. Goodness gracious. Huge. W patch overall. Everyone just got tankier. One little thing. Quarterstaff. A weapon I might run now. I might run it, alright? Might. Because that thing just gained armor pen. And it also gained damage. Look. It's 44 damage now. I think this used to be 41 in Legendary, I think. Or something like that. Or 42, I'm not sure. But it definitely gained damage. And on top of that, it gained armor pen. The crafted variant, the Troll's Bane, has not gotten the armor pen buff. It still has the health bonus, but I think they forgot to add the armor pen on top of that. So yeah, Troll's Bane, I can show you guys right here. There we go. Yeah, I think they just forgot about it. But again, most of the numbers that I've shown you guys so far are bottom rolled. All right, so weapons that gain damage, you're basically seeing like the bottom rolled versions of the weapons right now. So I don't know if 44 is actually the maximum for the quarterstaff. It might just be the new bottom. And actually, it could roll higher than this if we see new ones drop. Same thing goes for all the action speed rolls. Like for example, on gloves. Let's get a good example. Yeah, my glove has 1% now. Every single one of them has 1%. So it is the new bottom roll. So I don't know how high it can go. All right. And as I mentioned earlier, the rings, the bottom roll is now 1%. And for the pendants, I've not seen one of my pendants go lower than 1.5%. In fact, all of the pendants I used to have that rolled bottom with 1% action speed is now 1.5%. So the new bottom is 1.5. The highest, I have no idea. I have not seen that yet. And so far, yeah, that's pretty much all the things I noticed. Some weapons gain damage, some weapon loss damage. Flange mates gain damage. Yeah, up to you guys to find out if there's anything missing. But overall, man, W patch. What can I say?